Wednesday, right?
Yup.
Time to get your hump on. Mm-hmm.
Get your hump on.
Are people still saying that? In that, I mean, like to use a noun as a verb like that?
They were humping.
No, get your like saying get your hump on, or get, you know, one of the ones that sticks out of my head is I was at a hospital one time visiting a friend, and this guy came in bringing his kids to see his wife who was in the hospital, and he goes, "All right, look, the visiting hour's almost over. Y'all better get y'all visit on."
Get your blank on.
Yeah, people still say that.
I heard get my snack on.
Get my speak on.
Yeah.
Get my lunch on.
Everybody, get your roll on.
Ooh.
Who's that?
Big timers.
Big timers.
Pretty sure.
Yep.
That's what they damn ought to call us.
Big
Damn
timers.
big timers. I was thinking about getting us some jackets made, and on the back of it, just putting "Cat Daddy." We're the Cat Daddies, hey. The Cat Daddies of podcasts.
Like we're a little gang or a club or
Yeah,
something.
that's right, Cat Daddy.
I think we should have the intro to the Extra Funny podcast. Get ready for the Cat Daddies of podcasts.
What you been doing all night, Cat Daddy? You been out there catting around, Cat Daddy, with your cone red?
Well, what?
Your cone's red.
I don't think I've ever heard that phrase.
It's a rooster reference.
Oh.
When they're ready to hit it.
What were the guys in Greece called? It was the pink ladies and the
Gay.
That was like a gang.
The T-Birds.
Yeah, the T-Bird.
T-Birds. One of my favorite nicknames now, there's a guy that runs a podcast network, and they jokingly refer to him as the Podfather. I'm like, that's a pretty good nickname. I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the T-Birds and the Pink Ladies were in Greece.
Little gangs.
Grease 2 also.
Yeah. And in the movie, they were like 40-year-old high school students. You know,
Really?
that was back before
let's
teenagers were talented enough to actually pull off the role of that. So they use middle-aged people to pretend like they were high school
Yeah,
kids.
John Travolta looked old as hell in that.
Yeah.
Oh, if you look at it now, you realize, man, they look really old to be high school kids. How old was John Travolta in Greece?
42.
He was only 23.
He looked older than that.
Yeah, he did. And then they were smoking. Their characters were smoking and all in high school. I guess they did that in the 50s. I don't know. There was a big brawl that happened on the beach in California that is making the rounds in the news departments. It was a guy that came out to the beach during a meeting that this group was having at Huntington Beach, and he was videoing them, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it one bit. It was a fur meet, they call it. It was a meeting of furries. So one of them in particular got pissed, and there's like a fist fight going on the beach between this guy who's got his camera videoing them and a guy dressed as a furry up in his costume and everything. Now, if you're getting your ass beat by a furry,
That's a damn shame.
that's going to go viral.
What's worse, getting beat up by a furry or by a little kid like Cat Williams did?
Oh, a furry, I think, because that little kid that beat up Cat Williams was, he was bad.
What an unusual place to meet up if you're in costume. Like
At a
it's
beach.
95 degrees and you're out on the beach and you're in a full fursuit.
Yeah, that seems
Jump.
weird.
Come find a hotel ballroom or something.
You guys coming to the fur meet?
Yeah, that is embarrassing. Get your ass whipped
But-
by a fox.
But why? I mean, it's a public beach. He can go out there and video if he wants.
Don't record me. Sorry, you're in a full. There's 20
Yeah.
people in costume out on the beach. I'm going to pull out my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry, you freak.
Freak.
Yeah, and it's legal. They're not doing anything wrong recording on the beach. You can record anything you want on the beach.
You want to be noticed. That's why you're in
Yeah.
a costume on
Exactly.
the beach.
This-
You want to be noticed.
Putting this costume on makes you feel like you have worth. Now I'm going to publicize your worth. You ought to be happy about it.
Yeah, you're crazy. But then that guy whipped the other guy's
Oh,
ass.
I don't know. I don't know who won. I just know that they got in a fight. But
How
I was
ridiculous.
just saying it would be bad, especially like you dressed up like Hello Kitty or some shit.
Yeah.
Then they could beat your ass.
Take a beating. Big googly eyes.
Get pounded.
Betty Boop whooped the shit out of me earlier.
But is that a difficult situation for somebody to be in? Because if you fight back and you beat the shit out of a furry, then you're going to be, I can't believe you did that to, you can't hit a furry.
Oh, yeah, if a furry takes a swing at me,
I know, but I'm just saying that what is the publicity going to be on that? Everybody's like, oh.
If anybody had the bravery to write, like, you can't attack furries, there's a special place in Crazy Town for you.
Well, there would be.
Because they're a protected class or something.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're a
we've crossed
protected
that line.
species.
They're
on the endangered list.
I don't know that we've gone that far. That'll
Because
be the sign
you
of.
can't kink shame anybody.
Oh, I don't know.
Kink shaming is not a thing? You're not allowed to do that?
Yeah, you do it, but they don't like it.
Oh, well.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to come down on anybody for anything, Ace. You can't. Who are you with your rules?
Yeah, you can't help what you like.
Everybody's got a little their own kink thing, whatever that might be.
But I just don't. Don't imagine it turning out well for anybody. Now, two furries fighting each other. Okay.
Ooh, that's entertaining.
And I bet you that's all over the line too, all over the internet.
Fighting
Furries
furries.
getting into it with each other.
Let's see.
Rob, have you ever seen any fisticuffs at like a video game type conference that you've been to or anything like that, like a Comic-Con?
Not like actually hitting each other, but I've heard people yelling at each other playing card games.
Yeah, bickering.
Well, no, not even just bickering. Like they stand up and start yelling in each other's face.
Oh my God, they're putting down the oatmeal cream pies.
What?
You down it before you don't put down an oatmeal cream pie.
Man,
Like in a Dungeons and Dragons game, things escalate to a point where you're yelling.
It's like in a huge Magic tournament, like where you could win thousands of dollars if you win.
Yeah.
They get a little heated because they think somebody's cheating or they
Damn
baited them into doing something that they didn't want to do.
ooh, like sexually?
No,
Oh,
like they give you the idea that they can't do anything about what you're about to do, and then you do something to counteract what they were doing. I've heard people yell about that a lot.
is that cheating?
That's just playing.
No, it's like bluffing and poker essentially, and people just get mad about it.
Which is odd because that's part of the game.
Yeah.
It is for sure.
So Magic the Gathering is a full-fledged board game with pieces and
No, that one's just cards. You have a,
Okay,
you and
okay.
each player has a 60 card deck, and the cards do different things as you play them, and that's how you determine who wins.
Yeah, baby, I don't like to brag, but I got a 60 card deck.
Yeah. It's like
If you're
bluffing.
wondering what that bulge is.
Yeah.
It's like bluffing, but for losers.
A lot of the same people are in Magic that also do like poker games. Like
I would imagine if you're good at one, you probably got some skill at the other.
yeah,
So when you play Dungeons and Dragons, that's a board, right, with those little miniature figures on it and
it
stuff?
can be, but like I've told you before, you can also be in Theater of the Mind. So
Yeah.
it depends on who your DM is and how they want to play.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you've ever seen anybody get mad enough to turn the board over. It's like,
No, not in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a lot lower stakes. So there's not money involved typically. Well, I actually don't know how you could involve money with Dungeons and Dragons.
wow.
Well, you got the wrong DM.
Yeah, you were about to add. You did know DM Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were about to ask him what the DM was.
Could also be called the GM, Game Master.
Or the Game Master.
Hell yeah.
That's what they call me.
As long as you call me whatever, master.
It's like the
I'll
long as
be
you
the
call
master.
me,
Call me whatever, master.
You call me that. What you better call me.
Hell yeah, you call me damn Nintendo master.
Yeah. You can call me like the damn Grand Wizard. Or no, wait. The DM.
But I wonder how many thumbs would get broken in a Dungeons and Dragons brawl.
Thumbs.
Yeah, when they make a fist with their thumb on the inside.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
You wouldn't have to worry about any shoes flying because, they're Velcroed around the ankle.
There's a lot of Crocs.
They're on there.
Yeah.
They're tied on.
Yeah, on YouTube, they're surprising. Let's see, two nerds fighting in a fist fight over Mario Party.
Yeah, that game will bring out the worst.
Okay, and hilarious 2 men fighting over Monopoly.
Probably some fighting over Mario Kart, if I had to guess, video game wise.
I can't hear
What the hell is Mario Party?
Mario Party is like a board game type thing with Mario characters on a video game.
It's like a board game in a video game.
Yeah, you roll dice in the game and you move on an actual board in the game. It's
Well,
fun.
you play a video game, so you get rid of the dice and like the board, and it's like it's more exciting. But they just like stuffed it in a video game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Mario Party's great.
Is it?
Yeah, you've never been invited, Riggins, you loser.
I guess
You've
not.
never been invited
You're
to
not
a
coming to my
Mario
Mario
Party.
Party.
I've been to a Mario Darty.
Well, I don't know. Would it be worse to get beaten up by the furry or a LARPer?
Good question.
I think a LARPer. Well, no,
Really?
LARPers
I
are
think
probably
LARPers can be warriors,
Yeah,
they
they're
man.
can be
battling.
trained
Yeah.
to fight, like actual do fights, but they're
Anything
Hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, he is but a squire.
Yeah.
right.
I am a knight.
Yeah, getting whooped by a furry seems way more embarrassing.
Is furry the worst thing of like people who do these alternate lifestyle type situations?
A plushie, what is the difference in a plushie and a furry?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think if you're getting beaten up by a guy whose fetish is living inside of a bouncy ball.
Okay, furries are ones that
Yeah.
focus on animals. Plushies are similar, but they don't focus on the animal part of dressing up. They just dress up as like
In costumes.
plush time thing.
Yeah. Because some of those My Strange Addiction things, the guy that's all into latex and stuff like that.
He's like putting himself in balloons and stuff.
Or if the guy that is his fetish is pretending to be a baby, walk around in a diaper and stuff, if he beats you.
Yeah. How embarrassing.
I'm sorry, I was incorrect. Plushies are things that have sex with plushed stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Furries
That's
aren't
what I thought.
necessarily erotic, but they can be.
Yeah. So like a plushie would wear Riggins' stuffed panda pan out. Then
For sure.
what if you
Don't bring Pan into this. Now we're gonna fight. Don't do that.
what if you came home and there was a plushie going to town on pan?
Oh,
I'd kill him.
it'd break his heart.
Don't bring Pan.
Don't you dare.
Bastard.
Them fur fly with Pan getting worn out.
You watch your mouth too. Shut up.
Go on, Pan.
Yeah, how about that, Pan?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's quite a vulgar thought.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny though.
Not pan. Anything but pan.
You said you wouldn't talk about that.
How would you like it if I took your? I don't know. What do you guys call special?
Wife.
I'm
gonna do your wife.
The puffy couch. What if he did that to your puffy couch?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. What if he showed up at your house and humped your puffy
Yeah,
couch?
you wouldn't like it then.
Neogenics presents the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show. Click on acetj.com/neogenics. More extra funny next.
Coming up tomorrow on Ace TJ TV.
The Ace and TJ podcast and radio show will be back tomorrow morning, live at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. You can watch or listen on the Ace and TJ app. I know Ace and TJ have some hilarity and some genius up their sleeves for Thursday morning show. So go check out the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show starting live, 9 Eastern, 8 Central on the Ace and TJ app, or get caught up later on all major podcast platforms.
It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show, live starting at 6 Eastern, then available on demand anytime once done after 9. This is Ace TJ TV. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Ace. I got a little project going here in my backyard. You'll see down there, that's a putting green. Going to be some beautiful Bermuda grass around it, all to get ready for for the Ace and TJ golf tournament to benefit Peyton's Promise. Yes, we're throwing a golf tournament Monday, November 13th. It's going to be at North Stone Country Club, and we want you to be a part of it. We want your company to be a sponsor. We want you to get some buddies together and come out and play and help us raise money for Peyton's Promise. That's how we do things like breaking and entering Christmas and so much more, especially work for kids throughout the area. So get the details at acetj.com/golf. That's acetj.com/golf to be a part of our Ace and TJ's golf tournament Monday, November 13th at North Stone Country Club. Now the truth, this isn't my house, and I'm just out here working, helping these people build this thing. So I got to go change shirts now, okay?
If you have nagging pain in your joints, muscles, tendons, and ligaments, you may be able to get rid of that pain with no surgery, no medications, and no downtime, thanks to Neogenics, the most trusted stem cell clinic in the Carolinas, now in Ballantyne and Lake Norman. Get details at acetj.com/neogenics.
Lift!
You've heard of our all-star delivery team.
All 5 stars, every customer, every time.
But until now, you had no idea the rigorous training it takes to have the best delivery team in the business.
That's it. Pivot. Pivot.
Get this sofa for just $7.99 and have it delivered by the best in the biz, only at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
So proud of him.
Sounds like a sweet delivery to me.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, only at Papa John's.
Everybody want to be like me? Yeah. Podcast presented by Neogenics. Find out more at acetj.com/neogenics. Now, Ace and TJ.
Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Did y'all see the big news in feminine hygiene?
I'm sorry,
That's
what?
what I always do. I keep when I go to. I'm gonna have a subscription to Feminine Hygiene Monthly.
Okay.
I don't remember how often the issues come out, but the FDA has just approved an innovative new tampon shape, a new shape for tampons. It's called, it's called Sequel is the company. It is a spiral design approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration this month. Since the tampon was invented to absorb, well, we know why it was invented. Yeah, why they have to put that? To absorb menstrual flow. We didn't know what it's for. Since the tampon was invented in 1931, its design has remained largely the same. That is until 4 years ago when Stanford classmates, so dummies, anybody can get into Stanford.
Right.
I mean, if Tiger Woods can get in with his dumb ass.
Anybody can do it.
4 years ago, Stanford classmates and Sequel co-founders, Greta Meyer and Amanda Calabrese. What do women know about tampons?
Come on now.
They presented their new spiral tampon featuring diagonal grooves as a class project. After receiving $5 million in funding and FDA approval, they're ready to market Sequel as an, quote, elevated product experience for all who menstruate.
Why is it a corkscrew?
Menstruate, huh?
What's the corkscrew? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
I'm sure there's some sort of science behind
hold on. Let me get to it.
I mean, that's the
intent behind our design, which has the spiral indentation around the outside, is that those grooves are designed to make that flow path longer and therefore make the tampon absorb more easily.
Ew. So it's the design on the tampon that's corkscrew, not the actual tampon itself?
No, it's the tampon, the way the stitching is on it and stuff. Because there have been innovations made since 1931 on the applicator, but nothing really has changed about the actual design of the tampon. Wow. But I'm trying to find because I saw a picture of the real thing, not just the graphic design of it. Hang on.
I'm picturing like corkscrew pasta.
It's well, when I show you, you're gonna. It's this one on with the yellow design on it. And what does that look like to you?
Like a big penis.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it sure does. It's just like that. Just like that.
But I'm serious. I don't know these things. But is that a problem with the old style tampons that they leak and stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know.
A woman walked around the bar stool office the other day and she asked the guys, she goes, how many tampons do you think a woman uses in a day when she needs tampons? And the numbers were all over the place. Turns out guys don't know anything about tampons. One guy was like, I don't know, 16? One? Like the numbers were crazy. And I would have no idea how many tampons you need to use.
What's the average?
4?
I have no idea.
4 would have been my guess.
At one time?
It's crazy. I have no idea.
And then, never mind.
Certainly, I've never asked any woman in my life, like, how many tampons do you use in a day?
Yeah, that's one of those things that, women, some women will say it's natural and men don't need to be afraid of the topic and stop being children, being adult. It's an adult thing, But then there's a happy medium in there you got to find that's a small window. Because if you get to asking too many questions, then you're going to be a pervert.
Right.
Why do you care? Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about it. It's fine.
How many tampons do you use a day?
Let me ask you something.
I'm just doing some research here. I want to learn more about the female body.
I'd like to know.
I want to know more about what goes on in your cycling. I want to be your Lance Armstrong. Be your number one cycler.
I know you don't know me, and this is Instagram, but I thought I'd DM you. Just curious.
I know this is just the welcome your neighbor at church time, but who knows when I'll get a chance to talk to you.
How many tampons you use in a day?
You can ballpark it. It's fine.
And they just like step down like a Nicorette patch.
Yeah, I don't know anything about tampons.
You ever put one in water and watch it blow up?
I've seen the commercial, how it works. They always use like blue water. They show it like expanding.
Like it's in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's something that, like, some women, though, are perfectly fine with men not knowing anything about that.
Yeah.
Others, act like that if you don't know, then you don't care about women or knowing women things. Just like, the same type of woman that would want her husband, to go put on the pregnancy belly to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that?
What's that for?
Huh?
It's like, what's that for? I mean, it's okay to keep things to yourself. I mean, I don't know. We live in a world where you got to share everything, but there's something that's totally fine if you want to keep to yourself. I don't care.
But I've never had a problem, buying those in the store or anything like that. It's no big deal. I don't care. But
because
then
you're obviously not buying them for yourself. So what's the...
But yeah, and do you really need all of the graphic details of it in order to understand that it's, can be problematic for some women and things like that? I mean, I get it.
Hey, here's a guy with a question though. Would Rob, would you buy tampons for Meredith?
Sure.
Okay.
She asked me to go get them. I would.
Yeah, if you were at the store, she said, "Hey, get me some." You buy. Okay, good. That's good.
Would you ask her to model them?
No.
That's
the dumbest shit you've ever seen.
That's what I want to see is a tampon haul on Instagram. Like, I just got these today. They were on sale. So very cute. See the pink applicator. It's, I'm going to wear this to the mixer tonight.
These are Kirkland brand.
Just as good.
Just
a
as
lot cheaper, and you can get so many more of them.
Get 800 at a time.
Isn't that what they call it? When they buy a bunch of outfits and then try them on video.
Get ready with me. And then just put your tampon in first. You're like, this was a get ready with me video. I thought I was going to see the outfit.
Yeah.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Okay, we got to the fit for today.
New spiral tampon.
Yeah, man, I've been dating this model. She's a tampon model.
Oh, my gosh.
She's number one on the runway. I'll go get them. Not talking about tampons here, but when Jody's grandmother would open Christmas gifts when we were all doing it as the family, and like somebody would get her a nightgown or something, I would tell her to go try it on. Go try it on. Come model it for us. And then she wasn't exactly what you'd call silly.
Yeah.
Put it on. I don't see it.
And a lot of times, Jody's dad was the only one that thought I was funny. Yeah. Because the rest of them are blood kin. And he wasn't. He and I were the only two non-blood kin in the group.
That's what I figured. Rex was probably laughing like crazy.
Go put it on, Grandma. Yeah, because people throw that out there. Oh, she's a model. Like that's automatically a good thing.
Right.
She could be modeling moo-moos.
Yeah.
Modeling those big Taz shirts.
Yeah.
Or Tweety Bird shirts. Just because you're a model doesn't mean you're pretty.
That is true, especially these days. Just because you're a model doesn't mean you're attractive at all. You may be a hand model or a foot model or, a model for. I'm not going to say anything else because it's probably going to offend somebody. I'm just going to stop right there.
Not all models.
I thought of some what I consider to be less than attractive features and decided I'm just going to not.
Yeah, you could be
Say
the before model.
Yeah, there you go. The before model.
The one that they show in those TV commercials that's in black and white till they flash to the color part.
Yeah.
You're one of the models walking down the street and they're just getting a shot of your torso for the diet pill they're selling. Yeah. And then a big red X comes over the screen over your body. That's a model. Not good. I always feel like that. When I'm in a big city, I feel like that there's going to be a news story pop up with just my torso walking down the sidewalk, struggling. The obesity problem in America. And I'm going, hey, that's my Jelly Roll T-shirt.
There I am right there.
Look at that.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. More of the Extra Funny podcast in 3 minutes.
More of the Extra Funny podcast is coming up on Ace TJ TV. Today on Ace TJ TV. It's Wednesday. Watch the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show live from 6 to 9 Eastern, or watch anytime on demand after 9. Then it's Extra Funny live at 9 Eastern and available anytime on demand after 10. And at 11, it's a new episode of Ace's podcast, Meaningful Meeting, available on demand. Ace TJ Prime Plus members, today, discover the Extra Funny podcast and the 15 minutes of Extra Funny only available to Ace TJ Prime Plus members. It's Ace TJ TV, available at acetj.com, the Ace and TJ app, or at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Ace TJ Show.
Hey, let's talk about pain for just a second. If you've been told that you have a torn rotator cuff, or your knee is bone to bone, or you need a hip replacement, that's going to be the only option. that you have, or some sort of a bulging disc in your low back, and you're looking for an alternative to surgery with no medications and no downtime, well, these are specific reasons why so many people have turned to our friends at Neogenics. The professionals, the doctors at Neogenics have life-changing stem cell therapy waiting for you.
We're talking about getting rid of that nagging pain without surgery, without downtime. And the best part about it is they've got a 90% success rate because they do things the right way every day. And it all starts with a realistic assessment of whether or not they believe they can help you. Here's what you do. You get a free consultation right now. Just call 704-727-6551, 704-727-6551, or go to acetj.com/neogenics. That's acetj.com/neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
The next Ace and TJ live on location show will be at Overflow at Langtree, exit 31 off I-77.
Get details at acetj.com/overflow. That's acetj.com/overflow. Overflow, sponsor of Ace TJ Live. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You can have a great time doing it this summer in Gaston County, North Carolina. Hiking, biking, paddling, great places to eat, drink, shop. Go to acetj.com/Gaston to see all the great stuff happening this summer in Gaston County, North Carolina. Check your calendar real quick and see what you're doing Monday, November 13th. Oh, you're free? Well, then get signed up today for Ace and TJ's golf tournament to benefit Peyton's Promise. It's all happening Monday, November 13th at Northstone Country Club at Huntersville, North Carolina. To get signed up, just go to acetj.com/golf. We also want your company involved. acetj.com/golf. Whether you're interested in playing, being a sponsor, or both, get signed up and get the details today at acetj.com/golf.
Extra funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast.
I was just thinking about something that it makes me sound like a jerk, and I would probably never really say it to anybody, but I'd be thinking it. Say, if it's my birthday and you really want me to have a happy birthday, don't buy me a balloon bouquet.
Okay.
Or even just a couple of balloons or one balloon. Because, if you got a regular car, you can put them in the trunk.
Yeah.
But I don't. I can't put them in the back of my truck. I guess I could tie them. Well, no, if I tied them down somewhere, they couldn't withstand the wind.
You look crazy, too.
Yeah. Riggins, you seem like a balloon bouquet person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I said I would never want a surprise party, but then you guys threw me a surprise party, and I loved it. Turns out I love surprise parties. I didn't know that about myself. So, you know what? My inclination is to say, no, I don't want balloons. But if I walked in and there was numbers with the balloons that happy birthday, I might love it. I don't know.
I've always said I don't like balloons, but then one year I came home, the first year that Amanda and I were ever dating, on my birthday. And when I came home, she had gone to my apartment and had tied balloons to the door and all that stuff before work that morning, and it was really very nice, and I liked it very much.
But I don't have a problem with the balloons if they are given to me in the house or somewhere. It's when they've been delivered and I got to travel with them. That's the thing.
Yeah, when Peyton turned 21, we did a big balloon thing, and I had to go pick them all up that day. And the driving back, because there were so many of them, they were trying to get into the front seat while I was driving, and you're kind of having to. And I was mad because that was the day I had that confrontation with that guy in the smoothie place. Yeah. But yeah, driving home, and I'm already in a bad mood. Their balloons are trying to float over the seat. You're hitting the back of the head, everything.
And there's no way a guy can look masculine carrying a balloon when he's walking. He's walking with a balloon on a ribbon or a string.
That's a new one.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
No way, especially if you're rollerblading at the same time. I like to go rollerblading, and I carry balloons with me.
That would be like a unique quirk, like the person that always has a balloon with them. Like the person always got the sucker in. Like, that person always just has a balloon with them. That'd be a weird thing to do.
Balloon man.
Yeah. When I was driving home from work the other day, I saw the first truck I've ever seen with the truck nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd never seen them before, and it was a big pair. Hanging off the hitch, and they were silver, and like they had to be 8 inches long. like hanging. And I went,
just ridiculous.
Are those the truck nuts? And as I pulled up, and I think it was a woman driving the truck.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's comedy gold.
Oh, love it. So funny.
Yeah. Riggins, in your last relationship, did you tell her I love you before she said that to you?
I said I love you before she did it.
Yeah. It says 60-something% of men say it first.
Oh, really? I would have thought it would have been the other way around.
At least I know you did, so I'm going to have to ask.
Yeah.
And you probably said it through drunken tears. I love you. She's like, okay, my name's Amanda. Nice to meet you.
We're in a Chili's right now. Just keep it together.
I've listened to you for years. It's good to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Rob, who said it first between this is good, between you and Meredith?
She did.
Yeah, figured.
She said, I just love you.
You probably never said it. You don't want to spoil her.
Incorrect.
How did she say it? Were you on a date or something?
No, we were just hanging out somewhere. I don't remember where.
Like in the throes of passion? That's how I picture a lot of people, it happening for a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a difference between I love you and I love it. You gotta be listening carefully. I love it.
I love you.
I love
I mean it. I mean it. I love it.
I love it. So how did it? It was just in conversation, Rob, or were y'all having a tender moment? Did you give her a gift and she said, "Oh, I love you"?
We were just hanging around the house.
She was like, "Hey,
my
I love
parents'
you."
house.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
It was at my parents' house because let's see. So I moved out of my parents' house like almost 10 months after we started dating. So it was before 10 months, and we were just hanging out at my parents' house.
And she just said, "Hey, you know what? I love you. I love you."
Yeah.
I honestly love you.
How did you respond, Rob?
I told her I love her too.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
I mean, did you just like, okay, we just moved on about your business at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it though from the beginning. It's like, that's my big old mountain of love right there. My man. If she hadn't have said it then, how long would you have gone before you said it?
I don't know.
You still probably wouldn't have said it by now.
Yeah, because I'd be too afraid that she wouldn't say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
like, or she would just go, "Oh, that's so sweet."
That's why
thank you.
I never really asked people out when I was younger because I didn't want to hear no.
Yeah, the fear of rejection. I get
that completely. Yeah, I never asked anybody out when I was like in high school or until it was pretty much a done deal.
You knew it.
Like you knew, yeah. She's definitely going to say yes. I've already scouted it out enough to know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, money's in her account.
Yep.
I love you.
Already gotten paid.
Who said it first in your relationship, TJ? Do you remember?
Yeah, I did. I'm sure. Yeah.
Why are you sure?
Because she's not all sappy like that.
Do you remember how she responded? Probably no.
No. She probably said, "Okay."
Because y'all had a pretty quick courtship. I mean, you went from dating to married in a year.
Yeah, yeah. She was.
Dang. So that means you fell in love like quick.
Yeah. And and I keep saying, one day she will.
Yeah, she'll come around.
It will happen eventually, won't it?
Yeah, I mean, what do they call that when you fall in love with your captors?
Munchausen?
Munchausen.
No, is it Munchausen?
No,
Munchausen when you get sick.
or when you pretend your kid is sick or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's called. What the hell is that? Captor.
But anyway, that's what she has.
Stockholm
syndrome. Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
That's what she has.
She got Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, that's true. I got Stockholm syndrome.
I ain't even been to France.
Are y'all an I love you every day couple?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am. She's more of a fist bump.
Yeah.
When something good happens.
Rob, are you and Meredith and I love you every time you leave the house couple?
Oh yeah, we say it a lot.
Okay.
You say I love you or love you?
I love you.
That's always that's way better. There's a big difference in I love you and love you.
And also, you spell out you. You don't use the letter U. I don't like that.
If she's like bent over, like pulling something out of the oven, are you the kind of guy that like walks up behind her and like kind of like humps, you know, as a joke?
No, that's not me.
Oh, see, oh,
He's not getting up.
yeah. Like smack her on the ass or something.
No, I don't do that.
But I always, I don't know why this creeps Jody out. I think it's adorable. But if I text her to say I love you, I put I love and then the sheep emoji.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
It's good.
What does that mean?
It's good.
I was being a pervert.
You should just do like an eyeball and then a heart and then the sheep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or I could just say, I hump sheep. Yeah, I just, I think that, well, you know, Jody and I are not romantic people. So, you know, we don't, you know, there's not a whole lot of, you know, rose petals on the floor and, you know, things like that.
Yeah, I know you
candles around the bathtub and things.
You always say that's her, but I got a feeling you're also playing into that by saying it over and over. We're not romantic. We're not romantic. But if you tried something truly romantic, you don't.
No, I'm not. Because it doesn't really fit my personality.
Right.
Because I'm, you know, I look at it as me trying to be dramatic or something that I'm really not.
That's what I'm saying. And she always gets pinned with the not romantic one. But
No, I say we're not. We're neither one of us. She's not affectionate. That's the difference. I'm really affectionate and she's not. She's an ice princess.
But you did say both of you. You said we are not. We are not
romantic. Yeah. But I mean, I leave sweet notes and things like that sometimes. But I'm not one to, you know, when she comes in from shopping, have candles lit and rose petals all over the place, and have a love story with Ryan O'Neal playing on TV.
It's like a weirder reference.
Back in the day, it was actually damn called Love Story. That's what it was about, man. I think it was damn Ryan O'Neal and Ally McGraw. I think it was Tim's aunt. I don't know, but yeah, we're not. Ace is more. We always talk about that romantic type, and than I am.
I used to be far more romantic than I am now. I've gotten less and less romantic as I've gotten older, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing, obviously.
Yeah.
There's not a question about that.
I'm not sure what that means.
Well, it means exactly what are you talking about. I'm less romantic now. I'm sure she loves to hear that.
Yeah, that's fact of life.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not a good thing.
Well, I mean, I think what I'm saying is, I guess I became less romantic. Well, in reality, after my divorce, I became much less, not much less, but I'm a less romantic person, I think, than I used to be. But I do a lot of stuff like Friday when she came home while she was gone to the gym. I took Dax and we went to the store and we got her a little card and some flowers. So when she came home, we had the flowers in the vase on the thing and a little card for her from the two of us.
Okay, that's romantic.
And then we do a lot of notes.
That baby didn't buy a damn card.
He didn't, but I signed his name to it.
That's like when Jeff Bezos the other day made some kind of big donation to Maui or whatever. They said Jeff Bezos and his fiance made. She ain't got a damn job.
Yeah, that's true. She ain't got a job.
And that baby ain't got a job to be buying flowers and a card.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.